check from my grandma, and my dad said I need to put it in the bank so it can grow over the years.
Well, that's fantastic. A really smart decision, young man. We can put that check in a money market mutual fund. Then we'll reinvest the earnings into foreign currency accounts with compounding interest, and it's gone.
Can you explain what internet is? Can you explain what internet is? Can you explain what internet is?
And it's gone.
Is there a real threat right now?
There is a
US dollar
threat.
status as the world's reserve currency?
Can you explain what internet is?
And it's gone.
Yes, there is a threat. It's an evolutionary type of process. There is a threat. There is a threat. There's not yet a good alternative in the form of a currency.
This is garbage. This is garbage.
And it's gone.
Right? That's going to zero. That's going to zero. This is going to zero too. Euros are going to zero. The yen's going to zero.
All right, guys, it is Blockchain coming at you with another Bitcoin technical analysis update. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Corey, aka Blockchain, and I am primarily a Elliott wave trader, but I also use other indicators and strategies as part of my technical analysis. We're starting off on my website, blockchaintatrading.com. The link is below. Get to know a little bit more about me, and of course, get my #1 trading strategy. Hit this little get in touch, and I'll actually send you a video demonstration of my number one trading strategy. Man, I can't talk today. My #1 trading strategy that is completely free, consistent, profitable, and reliable. So make sure you guys get on there and check that out. Also got the Blockchain TA gear. And of course, want to highlight the exclusive Discord membership, a 14-day trial for just $25, full of 1,000 active traders, over 1,000 actually, active traders that use different strategies, lots of education in there, and many full-time professionals such as myself, where I have my own elite channel in there as well, so you can see my calls and interact with me, get my thoughts on the market, ask for questions, feedback, all that kind of good stuff. So great resource. So 14-day trial for just $25, and you get in there and check it out. Speaking of which, I did just actually update the signals as well. I just want to highlight those real quick, as it's been quite juicy. We got DOT and Bitcoin on a 15-minute signals going. I'm going to add in ETH, and also going to add in a higher time frame as well this week, since I just updated it. But we got the short call, take profit. DOT was on a long. We got Bitcoin here also going on a long for a take profit, and then take profit two. Let's flip to shorts. And then you got another nice little long call in there for a couple take profit zones. So nice little signals going. So another highlight of the channel, as well as, tons of education that's in here as well. So make sure you guys get in there and check it out. And also have the Trading Essentials Masterclass, which I gave one away for free last month, and you guys did not call me out because I did not announce the winner, so I'm pretty disappointed. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. For the winner of February for the Masterclass giveaway, drum roll please, Crypto Machine. So congratulations, Crypto Machine. Thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. It is much appreciated. So shoot me over your email address, and I'll get you set up on a Masterclass login and get you all set up so you can start rocking and rolling with that. So thanks again for the support, Crypto Machine. Stay tuned for another giveaway, because you never know when I'm going to do a flash sale or a Masterclass giveaway for those of you who support my content. So again, guys, if you like my content, smash the likes, hit that subscribe, and comment below. Cool. All right, guys, I think that is everything I have. Elliott Wave Masterclass, the missing link that was part of my trading was learning Elliott Wave, so make sure you jump over there if you are interested in learning Elliott Wave. No better course than this one right here, in my opinion. And then, of course, preferred vendors if you're looking to just get into the crypto field. So, all right, cool. Yeah, that's all I got, guys. So let's go ahead and dive into the charts. Alright right, guys. So real quick, I just want to take a look at Riot. This is one that we actually covered a couple days ago, and we hit the perfect third wave extension on this. So if you're following my count on Riot, really that $80, $81 mark was spot on for a third wave extension. So you can see that, you know, this can give us a little bit of an insight in regards to what we can expect from Bitcoin, as they have been fairly mirrored, and something I'm trying to pay attention. So we can see we have a wave 1, wave 2, a nice little 5-wave move up for the wave 3, hit the 1.618, you know, perfectly, and then we're correcting back, which why I'm counting on to be roughly a wave 4. Now, if you look at the time that it took for wave 2, you know, I still see 1, some downside, and 2, I still see that it's got to take a little bit more time before we can take off again. Wave 5, I would expect to hit the 2.618, which would be, you know, we could be looking at almost $700 for Riot. And, you know, if we go back and we look at the history, that's not a crazy number, right? Being that we were just up here, you know, not too long ago, 2009, and then we actually had a peak up here of $3,000 on Riot. So $700 isn't a crazy number, but being that we set in a low and look to be taken off impulsively, I mean, it looks pretty good, honestly, for a long-term run. So just paying attention to that fourth wave. You know, we have the 0.236 down here at $25.50. I would expect us to hit that. Then we have the 382, which is below that, at $11.82. So, you know, honestly, right here would be a great opportunity for a longer term hold on Riot, in my opinion. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Just trying to pay attention to where we're at, and as you know, marrying it with the Bitcoin run. And I think we still have some room to go to the downside overall, just in regards to a time perspective. All right, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at some Dash here. So Dash, we definitely got that C leg up that I was looking for, and you know, I'd probably say hit the 1-to-1 extension, just in regards to the overall leg up right here. So I'd count this whole thing here as a C. This looks to be more of a B wave, honestly, in my opinion. You know, we had this move down. This looks to be a little bit more of a B. If we pull the fib retracement, let's see. Oops, that was definitely not how you pull fib retracements. So we pull the fib retracements, you can see that we hit the 618, got a little bit of a bounce and kind of just trending sideways. I'm looking at this more as an A, this is a B, and then we'd have another connection down to the C, potentially double test the 181 here, and you know what, I didn't put my pivots on. Let's get my pivots back on this guy. All right, so yeah, 618 also hit that S1, pretty nice. We are back above the overall pivot in this next time frame on the hourly standpoint. And if we were to take a look at this being a B wave, where are we at the moment? Right at the 618, so we're going to see some resistance right here. If we break that, we have the 786, and we can't even get up to an expanded B pocket up, you know, up here at the 1.236 roughly. So it's just something to pay attention to. It's still coming across overall as corrective, but it's definitely seeing some resistance here. We'll kind of see what that turns into as this starts to play out. But still looking at this as an A, going over the B, and then another leg down for a C to roughly form out something along the lines of this. I'm not seeing a 5-wave move, so still looking because it starts with 5, it's got to end with 5, so we're looking for either the end or the start, so kind of give us a little bit clearer direction on which way it wants to go. Let's take a quick look at SUSHI. Same thing with SUSHI, really, from what I'm seeing, an ABC for a 3-wave down, finding resistance right here on the pivot. So, you know, honestly, we could be just having this as the A, the B, coming back down and retesting the S1. You know, something along the lines of this. Again, coming across pretty corrective in my opinion. You know, still nothing too crazy. That would actually be a little bit short for the C, because if this is the start, then we want to have like an equal leg roughly for that. You know, other indicators here. Yeah, if you can see the CB index, we're printing some bearish divergence on this last little kick up and finding resistance under that pivot. Let's take a quick look at some Doge. Doge had a nice little pump today. Look at Doge go. A little bit of a pullback at the moment. What's interesting with Doge here is we had this 3-wave move, and this was roughly where we were looking to get a bounce, and we got it from the last video. Let's see. Hit the 618, so we could be looking at something. I definitely saw this as a 5-wave move. So if we had this as a 5-wave move, again, this was the start or this was the end of something, right? So we had the 3-wave correction back, which was perfect. We did not break the bottom of the start of wave 1, so we can still have this as a potential wave 1, wave 2, and then this would be potentially a wave 3. Hit the 618, so we might be looking at a wave 4, and then get another little pump up for a wave 5, which would take us up to 0.068 for Doge. But yeah, seeing a nice little reset on Doge here. DOT. Let's see where we're at on some DOT. Right. So yeah, same thing. Was looking at this as a C wave, coming across as a 3-wave correction. Same, really ABC here in the middle. It came up and tagged that R1 very nicely, and finding support here on the pivot. But again, leaning more towards this being a B wave, kind of similar to what we're looking at some of the other alts. So want to see roughly where when we hit the R1, the R2, and potentially go from there. But again, same thing. We're I guess not so much. But we are creating a higher high on price here from this move up. So I don't see it as being super strong in regards to going, you know, I guess higher. You know, potentially again retest the $38 mark, as that was, you know, has been some resistance. But I am looking for this more of a B wave for an A, B, C. With another connection to the downside. Something along the lines of that there. ETH. Oh, ETH. ETH having some nice little moves here. Let's take some of this off and just clean it up a smidge. So from the last video, what we were looking at overall, we were looking at this as a couple different options, where this was the ending 5th leg of the overall move down, basically kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we're looking at this as basically an ABC. And what is interesting with this move here is, you know, we definitely got the wave 4. And the wave 5 didn't go up quite as high as I was looking for. We could be looking at this as an ABC 3-wave connection here, and actually, you know, getting some continuation. So I guess what we want to look at first for ETH is we want to pull the extensions to see if this can potentially be the start. And see, we're coming up roughly onto the 1.618, and what's interesting with that would be this could potentially turn into more of an A, B with an extended C, to get us back up to basically 1900. Like so, which is the 618. So it turned into a little bit more of a WXY formation or a potential double zigzag right here for an ABC. Because I'm not necessarily seeing this overall as a third wave. It's not, normally third waves are your most impulsive, so it's still coming across fairly corrective in my opinion here on ETH. But it looks like it does want to retest the prior resistance at basically 1900, where we did bump above that from our last high. But I don't see us going much higher than that. If we do break the 1.618, you know, that we'll reevaluate it. Yeah, I mean, really looking at that $1,900 mark as some pretty heavy resistance, and we'll kind of go from there. Good old Biddy. Let's take a look at some Biddy here. So a couple things to eyeball here on Bitcoin, and what we've been, or I guess what I've been noting in some of my other prior videos was we have the daily R1 resistance basically at 54,700, 54,800, somewhere within there. And then we also have the weekly R3. And this has just really been our range ever since the drop. And that's where I really expected us to go through and range within. What is interesting with this is this still can potentially be a, I guess actually be a B wave in regards to this overall move. So we can get back, you know, even all the way up to, you know, 56K for a 1.236, roughly, for this being an A, having the B come up. Take that off. Let's go. There we go. Basically get up here roughly 56K and then have another C, you know, to the downside. So it does look, it still looks corrective. You know, this potentially, you could see this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this would be the 5th. And if that's the case, we could be looking at just more of a zigzag here for this turning into an ABC. But the thing is, with it still being overall corrective, it just leaves that many more options on the table. I am looking at this as a 5-wave move. This one played out, you know, quite perfectly for this ABC right here. And that's why I'm leaning more towards this being a B wave. And if it is a B wave, you know, again, we can get up to 56K. You know, retest that area, and then I'll ultimately potentially looking more towards the downside again after that for another leg down, because we still need to have a connection for this overall drop right here. So we could, this, you know, really turn into an A, and this would be a B, and then also this could be the C wave, where we have this being a 3-wave move within here, to wrap this thing up for another leg to the downside and potentially retest the weekly pivot at 42, or, you know, potentially even break it. If we go out to a higher time frame, ignore the squiggles. So obviously we're a little bit more in the microverse. We do have this trend line that we are going to be coming up against over the next little bit as well, where basically we had this, you know, wave 3 trend line where we were kind of just dancing up, going all the way up for this move up. So let's go back into a smaller time frame. You see that's that trend line right here. So it would make sense for us to kind of go through, get a little bit of correction, have this as the drop, have another 3-leg move within here for a B, and then have the C come back down, retest this area, even break it a little bit, just because I know Bitcoin likes to play some games where basically this would be an A, this would be a B, this would be a C down. So long story short, I am looking for, you know, we can have some continuation to the upside, but I am looking for another leg connection to the downside. You know, I don't think we've really kicked this rally off to, you know, set up some new highs again. I'm looking to potentially retest some highs, but I'm not looking at, you know, Bitcoin breaking any new highs as we go through. So really eyeballing this area, 56K. And then, if we do break that, then, potentially start looking at something different, and try and figure out where we were looking at from the overall count, just because for this to be a wave 4, it's just too short. We had this move and we just have to have a connection to it. So we'll see. We'll play it level by level and see where we go. And hopefully I'll catch you guys in the Discord.